Now, as for the Chargers, this is a big game this weekend. Just up the road, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming in at 3-0. And, you know, Jim Harbaugh can look down at his checks and see the word Spanos on it. But the real owner of this team is named Travis Kelce. You know it, and I know it. And you want to talk about get-right games. Travis Kelce could use one right now. They were even talking about it on the New Heights pod when they weren't sending me cereal. Thanks, gents. The old General Mills Kelce Brothers connection is very popular on our household right now.
Funny commercial.
Oh, my gosh.
What, they got their own cereal?
No, well, they got their own mix.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, I got 5. By the way, the kids are all like, do you really have to bring it to the office? Susie's like, take it to the office. It's like Lucky Charms and all that stuff.
Oh, so we can eat it.
Maybe. Well, I'll bring it tomorrow. Long story short, listen. I'm just trying to show off my influentialness, you know.
Clearly. You
My
got 5
influence.
boxes of cereal.
Please, look out.
You know.
You know what? My influence does not, it stays crispy in milk. It does not get soggy.
I would believe that.
But here's my point is Kelce could use a get-right game, and boy, does he always have one against the Chargers. He
Right.
He kills him.
It's ridiculous.
He kills him. I don't even have the stats in front of me because you don't need stats to back it up. You just don't because he does it.
Stats earlier
The number of times that Brandon Staley and Anthony Lynn in their tenures as coaches would be just like going against this team, and you'd be like, really, again? How do they not circle 87? How do they not just like double, triple, bracket this guy? How do they not? He has the games. And it's been their division. And, you know, one of the only times the Chargers have come close, right, against this team was the day that Justin Herbert found out, surprise starter in his rookie season. You're going. Tyrod Taylor, you know, got Dr. Needle hit him in the wrong spot.
Vinny Vega?
And he had to, you know.
Give him the shot.
Well, Vinny hit the spot.
He did.
They needed Vinny Vega here in L.A.
He got this.
But I think, spoiler alert, he was unavailable.
Yeah, forever.
So.
Hey, Rich, not to interrupt you, but Kelce stats against.
You have him?
Yeah, I got him too. 100 catches for 1,200 yards.
Woo! And 9 touchdowns in 18 games.
Yeah.
You know what those numbers are?
They're 16-2 against.
Stupid. The numbers are stupid.
Crazy.
The numbers are stupid.
Dumb numbers, son.
And Herbert had a heck of a game, right? On that day, but they still lost. And then now's the time. This is it. They had the game at home against the Vegas Raiders. And, you know, when the Raiders come to Los Angeles, it's their town. Still, there's a lot of people and who love the Raiders here. And they won that game. It was a paint-swapping Donnybrook. They win it. Then the Chargers wind up going on the road for 2 weeks, and they hung out on the East Coast. They basically ended Bryce Young's tenure for the moment.
That's true.
And then went to Pittsburgh and played a bruising affair in which Justin Herbert left midway through. And it was Heineke, by the way.
It was.
That's their boy.
And so they lose that one and come home, and they've got a bye on the other side of this game. And this is it. This is it. For them to be able to say things are different here. Now, they can lose this and still make that case, coming off the bye at 2-2, and you can make a nice run, obviously. But to come in and just have the Chiefs come into this house, and they hand the Chiefs their first loss of the year. Harbaugh goes to 2-0 in division. They're 3-1 in first place because they would have the tiebreak on the Chiefs. Yep. Hit the bye at 3-1 in first place and tell everybody here in Los Angeles, guess what? The Harbaugh era sure is different, isn't it? Is Herbert going to play? The question was asked of him, hey, you took yourself out. He said he took himself out of the game. The pain was significant in Pittsburgh from his high ankle sprain, and took himself out, didn't finish the game. Can he go this week? Do you sit and get 2 more weeks to sit it out? I know you want to really make this statement against the Chiefs at home, But this is the dreaded high ankle. Give yourself 2 weeks of rest and come back and go to battle. Do you do that? Live for another day, play smart and safe. This is what Herbert said when asked that question.
I think that was always a part of the conversation. I don't think that's the way that we're heading. I think it's play by go day to day, see how it is, and keep getting better. And we felt like I was in a position last week to play, and I felt comfortable and safe going out there, knowing that I could move around and do as much as I could to protect myself. But we got to that point where they thought it was the best decision to take me out because I couldn't move, I couldn't protect myself, and I think as long as we keep getting better from day to day here, we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, he wants to play, man. He wants to play. It's Los Angeles versus Kansas City for Harbaugh. This is something they circled, a while ago, and he wants to play and win. Problem is, if he couldn't protect himself midway through the Steeler game, just a few days later, he's going to be able to protect himself midway through Chris Jones, Karlaftis, Nick Bolton. I mean, that's a tall order, right? Chanel. That's a very tall order. And we want to talk about a tall order. Derwin James isn't playing in the game. He got suspended for this game.
It's like, come on, what are we doing?
Because of repeated violations. Remember, I think, was it Pelissero said that, did a report when he came on here, was talking about how there's a whole list of guys who got warning letters before the season saying, you're already on thin ice, you better, I think James was one of them.
Double secret probation.
And and he's out for this game. They appealed it. Derek Brooks said no. I think that was the appeals officer. When D. Brooks says,
okay.
So
I had an opinion, and then I found that out, and I'm like, hey, if D. Brooks is saying this, then okay.
I don't know, man. So you want to stop Kelce from continuing to write the checks? No, Derwin James is no bueno.
Yeah, well, it was already impossible to stop him before.
What a game! This means a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I think Herbert will go. I don't think Kelce's going to be held down too much longer. What's that look for?
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
I know you think he's washed.
Maybe not in so many words, but to expect him to be the guy he's been the last few seasons, I think, is unrealistic.
I think it's coming. I really do. And then we're going to see them on a Monday night against New Orleans, and then a bye, and then at San Francisco. Here we go.
This is his get-right game. Here we
go. Yes, sir.
Earlier,
this is his get-right game. This is his get-right team. I mean, this is it. I'm serious.
Yeah,
like Harbaugh looks down at his checks and sees Spanos, and instead, it's Kelce. He owns it.
Yep.
The same way Rodgers owned the Bears. Boy, does he love playing the Chargers.
Same way the Cowboys owned the 90s.
Didn't he walk one off in overtime that one game that he already had like 9 touchdowns in it?
He did.
And it's just like him again? Really? And it was one of those where he ran through the defense in the red zone too, right?
He was wide open.
No.
And then he threw the ball violently into the stands.
The Winkler game? Was that the Winkler game?
God, I love it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.